Please subscribe to the channel, as only 11.6% of you are subscribed to the channel. Okay, thank you, goodbye.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, Platinum Bricks 95, and we're back again with another Lego Marvel review. Firstly, I want to start off by saying, yes, I have had my hair cut. I don't know where it's all gone. It's very short. I haven't had it this short for years, so yeah, it may take you a little while to get used to it, but it's going to take me even longer to get used to it. Trust me, I keep going like this, and I've got no hair. So yeah, bear with it. You'll get used to it. Anyway, that's enough about my haircut. You'll get used to it eventually. Today, we're actually back reviewing Lego Marvel sets, and of course, I'm super excited to be doing it. So what I figured we'd do is carry on with the Infinity War sets. These are the penultimate sets that we're going to be reviewing. We've got one more to review after this. But as per usual, with smaller sets, what I tend to do is I tend to review two of them at a time, because there doesn't seem any reason to do two separate reviews for sets that are so small. So we're reviewing the two smallest Infinity War sets. So what are the sets in question? Well, the bigger of the two is set number 76102, Thor's Weapon Quest. Now this comes with a really cool feature which won't actually be demonstrated in this video, but it will be in the final Infinity War review. And the second set in question, the smaller of the two, is Lego set number 76101, Outrider Dropship Attack. Now, fun fact, I do actually own more than one of these, which is pretty cool, and they do sort of come in handy if you want to build an Outrider army. Anyway, as per usual, I've waffled on for way too long about nothing important, really. So without further ado, let's get right into reviewing these two Lego Marvel sets, starting with the minifigures. Let's go! Alright then guys, well here are the minifigures that come with these Lego sets. Now, I will straight off the bat say, I'm really happy with the fact that between the two cheapest Lego sets from this wave, we do actually walk away with 7 minifigures, which is a pretty good return for the money that you pay. Now, I will be honest, I think 4 out of the 7 are unique, but again, I'm not going to complain about that. Anyway, even though I said we were going to start with the minifigures, we're not. We're actually going to start with the 2 Infinity Stones. Now, with this set, you do actually get, I think this is the Power Stone. I think so, and I believe this is the Space Stone, which obviously comes with the smaller of the 2 sets. But yeah, these are the 2 Infinity Gems you do get. And if I am wrong, please correct me in the comments, because I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. So guys, I figured we'd start with the smaller of the 2 sets. And obviously, if you haven't seen an Outrider by now, where have you been? Like, legitimately, the Outrider is probably the most common Lego Marvel figure at this point. Even more common than Iron Man. Even Iron Man gets variations. Outriders get no variations. But anyway, this is an Outrider. If you want to see more of them, check out any of the other reviews I've done with an Outrider minifigure, because I'm not just going to go through it over and over and over again, alright? It's an Outrider. It's okay. There's just too many of them. So guys, the first of the proper minifigures that we are taking a look at today is Black Widow. Now, instantly, when I saw this Lego set and I saw this minifigure, I was over the moon. I think this really is a brilliant minifigure. I love the fact that she changed her hair to blonde in the movie, and I love how this minifigure works as a whole. I'm a huge fan of the colouring as well. I really do like that jacket colour. On a minifigure, in general, in Lego, I'm not the biggest fan of that colour, but it works really well here, which is nice. Now, I will just turn her around so you can get a quick look at her overall. Now, obviously, she has the standard Black Widow hairpiece, but it's just been changed to blonde. And again, she does have a reversible face, which is much more of a sterner look, if you like, or angry. But anyway, I like to have her looking semi-normal, really. Now, obviously, these 2 rods are what I like to call lightsaber rods, because forever they were used as lightsaber rods. On a side note, who remembers when they used to use rods like this for Harry Potter rods? If you do, yeah, you're old, like me. Anyway, back to Black Widow. Now, straight away, like I said, the torso is absolutely beautiful. And again, from the back, it really is nice. And I love the printing on the back, if you like, actually. It really is detailed. And they don't normally go overboard with printing on the back of minifigures, but on this one, they really have nailed it. Now, if we talk about seamless, there's about as seamless as you can getting away with it without using similar colours. That really is very seamless from torso to leg. And leg printing. You know I love it. I know you love it. And we're so happy to have some leg printing. So yeah, overall, I would say Black Widow is an amazing minifigure. Okay guys, on to the final minifigure from this Lego set, and it is of course Captain America. God, he's gorgeous.
That is America's ass.
So yeah, this is Captain America's minifigure. Now, straight off the bat, I'm going to actually cut it out a little bit here and say that I absolutely hate these. I hate these. They looked so much cooler in the movie. They were not Wolverine talons in the movie, and I really don't like the accessories. So I am going to take them off because I'm not going to judge the look of the minifigure on just his accessories, but they are really a letdown, those accessories. Anyway, straight away, you've got to notice bearded Captain America. He is really cool with the beard. Now, you can see the detailing on the side. You can even see the detailing on the sideburns, which is really, really good. They really have paid a lot of attention to detail here. And again, he does have a double printed face, which is more smiley and jovial. But I'll be honest, I don't even remember him smiling in Infinity War. Anyway, on to his torso. Now, of course, it's a pretty standard Captain America torso at this point. What I do love about Captain America minifigures is so far, they don't really repeat the same torso printing. Like, you do get a lot of unique Captain Americas. And this is the only Captain America and only Black Widow you do get in the Infinity War line. And I've got to be honest, I'm pretty happy with him. And again, on to the back printing, nothing crazy. And yeah, just standard back printing really. And I'll be honest, a bit disappointing that there's no leg printing, but I sort of understand why. So yeah guys, on a whole, Captain America is pretty good, but as Black Panther says,
Get this man a shield.
Yeah, definitely needs a shield. Shame about the accessories, but on a whole, a really good minifigure. Alright then guys, well, on to the next three minifigures, and this is from the bigger of the two sets. Now, I'm going to start with Rocket Raccoon. Now, the reason being is this is the exact same Rocket Raccoon you get in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 set. So, a bit disappointing, I've got to be honest. However, Rocket Raccoon is obviously awesome. Now, straight away, his molded headpiece is really nice, and it does really work well. And I'm a huge fan of the fact that they have included Rocket Raccoon in the Lego sets. I think it is really good that they've made an effort to make a specifically molded piece for his head. However, when it comes to the rest of him, it's not amazing, to be honest. The things that make this half minifigure pretty good is his head and his tail. But if we actually take a look, he hasn't got movable legs. He's only got the bog standard ones that stay still, which is hella annoying. And obviously his tail is nice, and he does have a minimal bit of back printing, but it's nothing too crazy. And again, even the front printing's not that impressive. It's okay, but it's not that impressive. So yeah, on a whole, I'm not the biggest fan of this Rocket Raccoon minifigure. I much prefer the one from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 set. However, a minifigure that I absolutely do love is Teenage Groot. Now, straight away, I absolutely love his headpiece. I love the printing on the torso. Now, you should be picking that up on the camera, but that is actually dark green in there, and it's just gorgeous. And obviously, the detailing on the head is amazing as well. Now, if we do turn him around, you can see even more detail on the back printing, which is very rare, but I'd say the back is actually better than the front. And again, I absolutely love the use of green. Now, as I did just say, I do love this minifigure. That was until this minifigure was released. So, this is the new Groot minifigure from the Lego Infinity Saga sets. And when I got this group, I was over the moon. But compared to this group, I mean, come on. So yeah, this group is amazing. This one is now a bit lackluster. But before I did get that minifigure, I did really like it. However, looking at it now, it really is a missed opportunity. There's no arm printing and there's absolutely no leg printing. And that, in my opinion, is a huge letdown. All right then, guys, on to the final minifigure. Now, this is Thor. And obviously, this whole set is designed and is called Thor's Weapon Quest. It is designed around the scene in the movie where he goes to get his new axe. And then he flies in looking awesome and says, "Bring me Thanos."
Bring me Thanos!
Anyway, I've got to straight away say, I really don't like the design of this axe. I know this is what they've gone for from now. This is Thor's new accessory, and in my opinion, it's rubbish. I really don't like the way it looks. It's not well balanced. It's not long enough. You could have done it way better if you just had one rod and stuck both of them to the top of it. It's just annoying. Anyway, on to the minifigure. Now, straight away, you can see his face. This is the face that was introduced in the Thor Ragnarok set, and it's pretty much stayed the same ever since. You've got the smiley look on the back and the Lord of Thunder on the front, which I do love. I mean, I absolutely love this headpiece, really. I always love it when they change characters' eyes. Now, coming down onto his battle armor, you can see, as per usual, I'm not a fan of the fact that he's sleeveless, but he was in the movie, so I guess I'll let them off. And I've got to say, something I haven't mentioned yet is how accurate all of these minifigures are. They are all actually very movie accurate, including Thor. Now, straight away, I absolutely love his chest printing, okay? I really do. I think the use of blue is amazing, and it just, again, is movie accurate. Now, onto the back printing. I mean, it's really lackluster, but it's just bog standard at this point. So yeah, nothing too crazy, but nothing too bad. And obviously, just plain leg pieces, which is a shame. But on a whole, when I got this Thor minifigure, I was actually very impressed. So yeah, a good minifigure. All right then, guys. Well, that was a look at the minifigures from both of these sets. Now, we are obviously going to get into the builds, and I think today we're going to start with the smaller one. So without further ado, let's get it! So guys, this is the Outrider dropship. Now, straight away from the outside, I've got to be honest, it's not that movie accurate, and obviously with it being such a small set, it's not going to be as big as it is in the movies. In the movies, these things are giant. Now, from the outside though, apart from maybe the colouring, it's not too bad in terms of the shape and the look of the build in general. It's not terrible. They've obviously modelled it on the dropships, and it's turned out okay, but not brilliant. And besides, I'm pretty sure they're grey in the movie. Anyway, on to what the dropship can actually do. Now, the cool thing about the dropship is it does completely open like this. Now, some people may not like that, but I actually think that's really cool. And especially if you're playing with minifigures as well, you could have them fighting along here, you could have them fighting along here, and it just does offer a lot of functionality. You could sort of fly it along like this, or you could drop them down like this and fly it along like that, or even if you wanted to, just drop these down. However, the cool thing about those is they stop the two bits going too far together. So when these are up, because they don't go any further than a certain point, it all clips together very nicely. Now, I obviously really do like that. Now, I'm just going to take these down quickly so I can show you the inside. Now, the cool thing about this set is I'll show you right now that even with their arms attached, like on their backs, with their extra arms, two Outriders can actually stand, if I can get him in, back to back in here. Now, they are both clicked in, I think. Oh, no, they're not. One of them fell out straight away, of course. Let's see. Can I... Oh, hang on. I've got to put their arms up. That's what it is. 1 second, guys. Yeah, I tried to do that really smoothly, but it didn't work. Anyway, as you can see, you can actually get two Outriders in here, which I actually think is very cool. And the fact that you can keep their accessories on, even cooler. Now, look, you can... Okay, now, see, here's the problem. Here's extra arms are getting in the way. Now that one's not. So if I tuck them in, which I believe I can, we should be okay, and we are. And as you can see, 2 Outriders can in fact stay in here and literally fit in here. Now that is very, very impressive in my opinion. So guys, what about the rest of the ship? Well, nothing too crazy, I've got to be honest. You've got 2 little flaps here that do sort of, you know, twist, and I suppose they're meant to be stabilizing fins, but they're not that impressive. And again, you can tell this is the front because you do actually have stud shooters, but they are actually handheld stud guns. As you can see, they are just sort of slotted in there, so they're not actually 1x2 stud shooters. They are in fact guns that people use nowadays. So yeah, 2 stud shooters, but what Lego Marvel set doesn't come with stud shooters at this point? Oh, and just on the side note, sticker, sticker, sticker and sticker. So yeah, oh, and also I'm pretty sure this 1x2 in here, that's also a sticker. So yeah, bit of a letdown on the sticker front. So guys, that is a look at the Outrider dropship. We're now going to move on to the other set, which is Thor's Weapon Quest. So guys, I actually wanted to start with the smaller of the 2 builds. This is sort of like a draw. I'm assuming this is meant to represent the Forge in the movie, and I've got to be honest, it's just very lackluster. I mean, it's just a bit tacked on to add a price to the set, in my opinion. It's just unnecessary. You don't actually need it. Okay, this turns around, but it's not entirely smooth. It catches quite a lot on the wheel. The design of it's not bad, and it fits in nicely with the theme of the set, but on a whole, it just feels very unnecessary. Now, I know you're meant to put Thor's hammer in here, but yeah, on a whole, it's just a bit unnecessary, like I keep saying, because it actually is unnecessary. Oh, and that's a sticker, and that's a sticker. Now, on to my favourite part of any of these builds. This is obviously the pod from the Guardians, Milano, which does actually click into the back of the Milano, the big Milano from the Infinity War set. However, I will not be demonstrating that until we get to reviewing that set, because I feel like it would be better for that set anyway. Anyway, without further ado, let's take a closer look at this. Now, again, straight away, you're going to notice sticker, 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 sticker. Also, I'm pretty sure on here, if I can lift that up, here we go. Oh, it's coming. Yeah, there we go. That's a sticker, that's a sticker. Also around here, that's flattened down as well. That's really helpful. That's a sticker, that's a sticker. Now, luckily, I actually thought there we had stickers, but we don't. Now, straight away, I'm going to say, yeah, I absolutely love the colour scheme. I absolutely love the use of metallic blue with orange. It just blends very nicely, and they've used the right amount of grey, which is very good. Now, straight away, I will just show you. Obviously, you do have a cockpit which opens here. It's not a smooth one. It is on clicks, so it will only go to a certain point, which is pretty cool. I do actually like that because it's much more sturdy. Now, onto the back as well, this does have something which lifts up. But obviously, when it does click into the other Lego set, you keep that down because it would get in the way. Now, I do believe this top piece does just lift off. Yeah, it is just held in with two studs there and there. Now, I'm not sure how many minifigures you can get in here, but we're going to try now and see how it goes. Okay, guys, so it is and has been a very, very tight fit, but you can actually get Thor sat down in there, Groot sat down, stood up in there, and you can actually stand Rocket up in the back. Now, that would be very good, except this doesn't click on. So realistically, out of the 3 minifigures you do get with this set, you can only fit really 2 of them into the build. Okay, so that's a bit disappointing in my opinion. And the only other things really of note on this build are that it comes with, again, 2 stud shooters, what Marvel set doesn't. Yeah, on a whole, it's not a bad build. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's terrible, it's a bad build. It's not. It is good for the money that you pay for it. But I feel like it is sort of like, you wouldn't want just this. You'd want this and the Milano, in my opinion. But on a whole, I am okay with this ship and this set in general. But yeah, it's definitely nothing to write home about. Alright then, guys, that was my review and sort of closer look at these 2 Lego Marvel sets from the Infinity War line. And I've got to be honest, when I got these sets, I was super excited, even when I built them. It's only now, looking back on them retrospectively, that I'm realising they may not be as good as I thought they were. However, we're going to save that for the next section of the video, which we're going to now. It's my pros and cons, and then we're going to get into my rating out of 10. So, without further ado, let's go! Alright then guys, that was my review and closer look at these two Lego sets. Now we're going to get straight into the pros and cons, and I think today I'm going to start with the cons. Okay, so my first con, it's not actually terrible, and I will forgive the fact that you do get two Outriders, but I'll be honest, the main problem I've got with the minifigures this time is the Rocket Raccoon. It's exactly the same as the one from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 sets, and I don't like that. And also, Vision from the Age of Ultron and Vision from these sets as well is exactly the same, and I don't like that. I would rather get an updated version. Even if it's just small tweaks, I'd rather get that than the exact same minifigure again. And also, even though the fact you get 4 minifigures in this tiny set, which is only a £9 set, you do get 2 Outriders, which isn't terrible because you get 4 minifigures, but 2 Outriders? Come on. Okay, so my second con, and this is probably the biggest of them all, is I like this ship build, okay? I like the minifigures, even though the Rocket Raccoon annoys me. But this whole set is just an add-on. It really is. And I don't like that. This whole set, even though the ship is cool, like I said, it is just an add-on to a bigger ship. And this build just feels unnecessary and unneeded. And even though, again, it clicks onto the back of the other ship, but on its own, it's a bit disappointing. And I'll be honest, the whole feel of this set is like it's an add-on to another set. And even though it is that, I don't like that, and I would rather it not be that. Now, I like sets being able to merge together to build something new, but not when it just clicks in. It looks cool when it's done, and you'll see that in an upcoming review, but I don't like the fact that the whole set just feels like an add-on. So without further ado, let's get on to the pros. Now, the first pro I want to talk about is obviously to do with the minifigures, and it's got to be to do with the unique minifigures that we get here. Out of the 7 minifigures, we get 4 unique ones, which is better than half, so I'm very happy about that. I absolutely love Black Widow, and before I got the new Groot that you've already seen, I really did love Groot too. Okay, so my second pro, even though I may be contradicting myself slightly here, as I did just state, I absolutely love the way this ship looks. Even though it's not movie accurate, it looks movie accurate in terms of the shape of it, but the colour scheme is all wrong, and obviously the sizing is all wrong. But on a whole, it does kind of look like it, so I've got to give it credit where credit's due. Okay, so the third and final pro is the easiest of them all. It really is. It's the price of these sets. When this retails, it was £9, and when this retailed, it was £17. And I've got to be honest, even though this is just an add-on set, and this is just like a cheap set, both of these sets are incredibly well priced. And I think even now you'd be able to pick this up for maybe £12, £13, or this maybe £20 to £25. So again, if they are sets that you are interested in buying, I can't see the inflation on them have gone through the roof. So yeah, price, amazing. Alright then guys, well that was the pros and cons. The only thing left to do is to give both of these sets a rating out of 10. Now I am going to start with the smaller of the two sets. And again, this is very easy for me. This is middle of the road, straight down the line. I'm going to give this Lego set a 7 out of 10. I think it's genuinely very good. And it's good value for money. Okay, the 2 Outriders, but if you were looking to build an Outrider army, what Lego set are you going to get a ship for them and also 2 of them in? And you don't have to spend loads of money for unnecessary stuff. Really good value for money, and some cool two cool minifigures and a really cool ship. So on to the bigger of the 2 Lego sets. Now this may be getting the joint lowest score on the channel so far. This Lego set here is getting a 5 out of 10. It's just an add-on set. Now, yeah, you get a cool Groot, okay? Your Thor's okay. The ship itself isn't bad, but it's unnecessary. I just don't see the point of it, and it's sold with the whole premise that you're going to buy the bigger ship and you're going to be able to click it together. I don't like that. So yeah, 7 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Alright then guys, that is the end of the review. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Definitely get down in the comments and let me know if you've got these Lego sets and what you actually think of them if you do have them, because I'd be very interested to hear your opinions on them. Also, I want to give a big shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and committing to coming on this journey with me. It really does mean so much to me. So I can only thank you. Thank you so much. Also, if you could check out my Instagram, it will be linked in the description down below. It is just photos of my Lego Marvel collection and what I'm doing in my day-to-day life, really. I am going to be much more active on there now as my space to shoot photos has been completely freed up. So guys, there you have it. That is the end of the video, and I guess all that's left to say is thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!